As we take a moment to review the evolution of safety for the past 30 years in our newly remodeled Training, Safety, and Environmental building here at the Grand River Energy Center, we reached a safety milestone in 2017, where due to the efforts of our Board of Directors, Executive Management, and Frontline Supervisors, we had the lowest incident rates since 1989. While we don't gauge our safety performance solely on lagging indicators such as injuries, illnesses, and mishaps, they are included in our key performance indicator portfolio. Without the support of everyone at GRDA, we would not have been able to implement safety management systems such as TK Pro and processes such as management of change to help us better reduce the likelihood of injury, illness, and mishaps.
About going on 5 years ago, Dan Sullivan and Charles Barney brought me in and asked me to work with the management of the hydropower group, and one of the major things they asked me was work really hard and diligently to assess other needs and improvements that the program might need. And you know, in working here as long as I have, I've seen a lot of changes and a lot of values, but at the end of the day, the major thing that comes out of anything we do, hydro, GREC, transmission, it doesn't matter where we're at, it's our people. And we don't do anything if our people don't go home safe. So in trying to look at our programs, we have really tried to ramp up and get things to where we're a little bit more efficient and where we can deal with long-term baby boomer problems and bring new kids in and train them to take over positions for our aging out seniors like myself. And in so doing, we've really focused on trying to look for programs and ways that we can try and find places that people can improve the efficiency, but without compromising the safety aspects of what we do. We want everybody to go home safe.
Hydro's current initiative, safety initiatives, something we've started recently is that we have a volunteer safety committee. Representatives from each hydro location, a representative from our roving maintenance crew and our roving excavation crew. They meet together every month, and they go in their plants and evaluate any safety concerns. So one example of that was during their first round of walkthroughs in the plant. One of our guys from Pensacola Dam had determined that in the valve room there wasn't any fire extinguishers, and so they promptly got busy and got fire extinguishers ordered and installed. And so that's just one example of having that volunteer safety committee who are taking this, they're getting invested in their own safety, which is what we want.
One of the new safety processes we have here at the GREC is called Management of Change, or MOC as it's most commonly referred to. MOC makes sure that we don't have any uncontrolled changes to our equipment, technology, or the way that we do things here at the GREC that could lead to any kind of problems. These problems can range from minor to the catastrophic. MOC works by evaluating any kind of changes that we make to our materials, to our equipment, to technology changes, all the way to just how we perform our jobs. We make sure that any material changes meet the original engineering specifications. We also make sure that it's not going to have any unintended consequences on our processes. In addition to evaluating any equipment or material changes, MOC also gives our employees a chance to have their ideas evaluated. Some of the best MOCs that we've had here at the GREC come from our O&M personnel out there just looking for a better way to do their job every day. The MOC process is still new to us here at the GREC, and we're still working out some of the kinks. But most importantly, we're confident that MOC is going to help us operate more reliably, more efficiently, and most importantly, safely.
I wanted to show you guys a little bit about TK Pro. It's something that we implemented in the fall of 2017. It was a very quick implementation, and it's a software that we use to create safe work permits. So it was identified in our safety committee meetings and our safety steering committee meetings that we needed something a little bit more robust in order to complete a safe work plan or a job hazard analysis on each work order that we do. The software houses 7 permits, and safe work permit being one of the most used permits, because every work order that we do here, we require a safe work permit or a job hazard analysis to be completed. So it's basically the technicians identifying all the hazards before he actually goes out and completes the job. We've had great success with it. We've seen our numbers, and our safety culture has improved. In addition to the software, all the technicians have bought in and they're actually using it. Since the implementation in the fall, we have created over 3,000 safe work permits. At the GRDA, we believe that all accidents are preventable, and so if they can think of all the hazards and remove those obstacles, it should, in theory, reduce the possibility of an accident.
I'd like to thank the board for FR Clothing that you guys approved a number of years ago to help keep employees safe throughout the authority. Here at Transmission, we have these safety observation cards that we use where we can report near misses and unsafe working conditions. And we fill these out, and then you turn that in to your supervisor, and then the supervisor turns it into the safety department or the department head, and that way they can do as they see fit and to fix the problem. An example was at the mechanic shop here at Transmission, they wanted an eye wash station, so they filled out the safety observation cards and turned it in, and the eye wash station was installed. We also have our tail boards that we do before each job. We'll go over it with our crews or whoever's there on the job with us. We'll go over the job at hand so we can, from start to finish, go over the safety obstacles. And at the end of the day, so we can all go home safely. Again, I'd like to thank you guys for supporting safety here at Transmission and throughout the authority.